In this video, I'm going to show you how to put together your Dollar Tree Valentine's Day gift boxes after you design them using our templates in Canva. I will also show you how to put the chain on the side of the box. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss another video. With our box template, you will automatically receive the template that was featured on our video on the box. You will also get the large, the medium, and the small box templates. After finished designing, print your images out on photo sticker paper. Here I'm using Koala sticker paper. That's the paper of my choice. Here are the three size boxes. You have the small, this is the medium, and then of course the large box. So I'm going to start off by cutting my templates, and I am particularly focusing on the template for the bottom of the box because that's the one I want to start off with first. So as you can tell, I did put my name, exoticpartycreations.com, at the bottom, and you should basically do the same if you are selling these boxes, because at the end of the day, Dollar Tree have their information on the bottom of the box, so why not put yours? Here you're going to see a flap, and I really don't like this flap sticking out like that, but that's what we're going to start off with. So I'm going to get my sticker and I'm going to measure, making sure that I did print and design the right template. I do have the template going to overlap to the back. So as later on during the video, you're going to see that. So I'm going to start off by peeling just the top of the sticker and applying it to the top of the box. I'm going to measure it up, make sure everything is centered correctly before peeling that back label off. So basically just pull the label and press and just assemble that flip right there to the back, because it is designed to where it overlaps to the back. When designing your template, be sure not to put the images too far over the edge, because I barely miss not overlapping my text over the edge. So with it, when you're doing your templates, you're going to see that there is numbers or letters on the top showing you what template is what. I would basically really keep that on there, so when you do print your images out, you know what template goes on what side of the box. So here's the flap, and I'm going to start off with the top of this box. For the top of the box, I did make it to where it will overlap on the front and the back, because I wanted to try to do this as a seamless box to where you really can't see like the edges. So once I get my middle placement, I am just going to cut a not cut, but I am going to score the center of the sticker, peel the back, and only exposing that center sticker, because if you try to take the whole label off at one time and try to apply it and it's not center right, you may risk the chance of ruining your sticker. So here I'm just trying to assemble it, get it right, and see how easy it was just to peel up. If you do that with all the sticker exposed, it's not going to be that easy. So once I do get the sticker down to where I want it, I'm basically going to pull the front and slide it down, making sure that it's flat on there, and then I am going to do the same thing for the other side. Flatten it, straighten it out, make sure that it's on there good, and then at that point you should have an overlap on the back and an overlap on the front flap of the box. So basically now I'm going to get the front flap for the box, and I'm going to just peel it all at one time, because this is really simple and easier to do for that one time peel. If you see any overlapping on the sides of your box, like the stickers overlapping, just cut it. However, I am going to suggest maybe using your X-Acto knife, craft knife, for a cleaner cut. Here I didn't have that much overlap, so I just decided to just cut it. So now we're going to work on the back of the box, and basically I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to expose the whole sticker. I'm going to measure it up, and I'm going to place it and smooth it out on the back. So now that I do see some overlapping on the back of the sticker, and as you can tell, as I'm cutting, I'm leaving like a jagged edge. And see, this is what we don't want with cutting with the scissors. So now I'm not going to have any other choice but to take my craft knife and just cut it, give it a more cleaner cut using it. All right, so once we finish fumbling around with the back, I'm going to do the front. And in the front, I do have it to where it's going to overlap. All right, so don't do your sides. Be sure to do your front first before doing your sides. And see this lip at the bottom? This lip is really like, I don't want it to be red. I want it to be all black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my permanent marker, and I'm just going to mark a color the bottom of the box so that when the sticker is on there, you don't see red. It's going to automatically just blend itself in at the bottom. And I just decided to do this for all the sides and all the creases that will be showing red on my box, to include the top to where it did not cover completely. So whatever color you're going to do for your main background image, make sure you have a permanent marker on a standby just in case you have any errors or it doesn't cover all the way. So now I'm going to apply the front, and I started off with the side. And after making sure that it's going to line up straight, I am just going to basically peel the backing off and spread the sticker, smooth it out on the left and right side. And any overhang that you have to the top, you basically want to just fold it over towards the inside of the box. I'm going to do the same thing for the remainder stickers. Just peel a tad bit off. Not peel, but just get the back of the label and expose just the top of the sticker and place it on the side. So this, I want to say, is the right side of the box. I wind up having to take the sticker off because it was not aligned right, and see how easy it is to pull it off. So imagine if I exposed that whole sticker and tried to pull it off, it will just tear up. So only start off with a tad bit of the sticker exposed, not the whole sticker, and get into that crevice of that box good, because it's like it's going to fall into place, but you just have to align it up perfectly. So basically just pull your paper, your backing off, smooth it down, press any of the top that's over into the inside of the box. Basically the same thing for the left side. Smooth it down, peel the backing away, and then it should connect perfectly with the front. So with the inside top, you're going to have that template as well. There is like a real, like a little bottom that's, you have to really get into that crevice. Right there is like a little crevices where the box fold or closes. Make sure you get that sticker stuck down in there really good. And then when you get that sticker in there, you're going to have to find something thin and kind of scrape in the inside of the box so that it will stick to that portion of the box. So once you have everything aligned, just pull away your backing, smooth it out, and it will overlap the inside flap. So here our inside flap, we're going to put that on, and of course we're going to get our marker and just go over it just in case we do still see any red coming from the box, because we want to make this completely black. You also want to make sure you get the top creases of the top corners of the box as well. So leave nothing out, because that will be red as well if you don't color it. Now for the applying the chain, here I'm going to do like 2.5 inches. I'm going to do about 2.5 inches wide, and to the top I'm going to do about 2 inches. So I am going to mark it, and you're going to want to make sure that you do the measurements for both sides, because if not, your chain is not going to be right. It's going to flap. It's not going to be aligned right. So make sure you get whatever measurements you do on the left, make sure you do the same measurements on the right. And it's basically going to depend on what size box. So don't just use my measurements. Measure your box, because I'm using a large box and you may be using a medium. So once I get my measurements, I'm going to remove the adhesive backing from the chain. So you don't need to have to add any adhesive to this chain. It automatically has their own. We do offer the chains on our website. Just check the description box for the box chains, and they come in like 2 different sizes and colors: gold, silver, black. All right, so once you put your chain on, that's basically all you have to do, y'all. The box is ready for gift giving. I don't suggest putting like a lot of heavy stuff in there, because the chain is doing what it's supposed to do. But I have not tested this if putting like a lot of heavy stuff. So don't put no heavy stuff. So here I am putting a Valentine's Day back heart Valentine's Day tag on the side with a small tassel to kind of give it some I guess. You could basically put anything you would like on the side. All right, y'all, so I hope you was able to learn something new in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss another one, and don't forget to check the description box for the supplies used. And until the next video.